STEM, the STEM school has been designed to give kids an edge. I think a very significant edge in what is called a global economy. STEM is hot. We're not doing enough. That's why there's so much money for STEM education. That's why the school started. Kids walking out of high school with an understanding and experience in the job market, having done internships and job shadowing, and been part of a world that other kids only hear about, it gives them the edge that they know what it's like. They've been given responsibilities that some kids in high school have, but not an entire high school. So the culture that's been developed to support all of this is really, I think, a real world culture. There's still going to be crime and there's still going to be bad people, but mostly the kids here have a lot of respect because that culture of respect has been instilled through them developing. I'm saying a lot, actually. Not only the skills that they learn, but the culture that they are in. It's a culture of respect. And I think that that's one of the things that the kids enjoy the most.
The best thing about the school is that you get to learn all these awesome skills that you wouldn't learn at like a regular school with so many people and so many students and teachers. Here since it's so tiny, it's so small, you really get to learn some really important work skills that you're going to use doing whatever you want, just working in an office, working in at a hospital, anything. So yeah, you learn a lot of like important people skills and problem solving skills and stuff like that. So.
Having grown up and gone to a public school, I went to Xenia growing up, and the big thing was always sports. And so if you're not in sports or cheerleading or something like that, then you're not one of the cool kids. And here, what is really great to see, I think, is that we have, instead of pep rallies for a football game, we have pep rallies for robotics. And so that's pretty unique, and I think that we get a lot of kids that come through STEM that kind of, they have similar interests and just kind of feed off of each other in terms of their interests in robotics or science, technology, kinds of interests, and so that's really cool to see. And every student who's here made this choice to actually come and be a part of the school, and so that changes the dynamics, I think, between teachers and students, and almost like we're all in this together in terms of trying to better understand the material that we're learning and build the culture and identity of the school, and so everyone has a stake in that, and I think that that's what makes this unique and different, and that's one of the things that I really love about the student population here is everyone's excited about those pep rallies for robotics. So.
My ninth graders get so excited, even though they don't know it. Some of them hate the projects that I do in engineering. And in the end, those are some of the kids that actually end up loving engineering. We're just starting to graduate our first cohort. And I know that this year I am writing recommendations for kids who are going to engineering school, and not just schools, but the best schools. They're walking away from the school having a bonus. What is it that makes us different? Not just some of the classes, not just the way the teachers work together and collaborate, not just the environment, not just the fact that everything's made out of glass and everybody's being watched, but nobody's really, you're not watched. It's not like Big Brother. It's like, wow, what's going on in that room today? Like, all those kids are working, and there's barely ever a kid who's not working. Sometimes, of course. But it's amazing, I think. And I'm skewed. I love it here. I have my days where I'm not in love with being here because I have something else on my mind, but I love it here because of what the students are doing. What the students are doing, what the teachers are doing, what the administration, the trust that they give us. One thing that I could say I enjoy the most about this school, not the space, not the environment, physically, the culture that happens when kids come in my room. That's something we all have our gifts. And I know that a lot of teachers have a lot of respect for students. A lot of students have a lot of respect for their teachers, but I feel like I got a team in my room. Every period that I have a class, there's a little team of kids. It's not always a perfect team. Some kids might be having a bad day, but for the most part, they will help each other without asking. They will, they're not there to each other's detriment. And it's because of a way that I don't know. Maybe it's something I don't think I know how to do, but I do it anyway. But the culture inside of my room, I love it. And I've had people observe me and say, that's what's wonderful about this room. The kids love you. Not love you like love you, but love coming to your room because of the support that you give them, the respect that you show them. And that in return turns into respect for each other. And it's modeled all around. You know, it's not always perfect, but it's wonderful. It's kind of an environment. It's kind of this energy that's created. I guess at Universal Springs, we talk about energy at Universal Springs. But yes, it creates its own sort of energy around the whole group.